watching CBS 2 News this morning.
Still to come, Tony is causing a racket with some U.S. Open food.
And Tony is courting some good eats at the U.S. Open. Hey, Tony, what's going on?
That's right. There's going to be some lines here, though, at the U.S. Open when it comes to the food, besides watching the tennis matches, because the food here is great. We're going to make a ceviche, and look at this beautiful martini glass. Michael, you ready?
I'm ready to go, Tony.
We'll be coming back right after this break, and I hope you're hungry. Take a look at this.
Well, if you're heading out to the U.S. Open, you can always take in some great tennis and some great treats. Tony Tantillo is serving up some superfood you'll be able to find in Queens this week.
He's live at the National Tennis Center in Flushing with some U.S. Open treats. Hi, Tony.
Good morning, everyone. That's right, we are here at the U.S. Open. You know, you come to these events, sporting events, you think of hamburgers and hot dogs. Well, here at the U.S. Open, there's much more than that. Plenty of hot dogs and hamburgers. Matter of fact, Michael, how many hamburgers you guys go through?
We said 267,000.
267,000. Yeah. That's a lot of hamburgers.
1 and 3.
But then the diversity of it, we go right to the ceviche we're going to be making here at the Mojito. This is the Mojito restaurant.
Mojito's restaurant, right?
Beautiful. Now, we talk about the ceviche. Usually you put raw shellfish and you cook it with the acidity from a lemon juice or lime juice.
Right.
But at this type of volume, how do you do it?
But we steam it. We toss it in the lemon juice and the lime juice.
Okay.
But we add salt and pepper and steam it. So we want to make sure. I think a lot of people might get thrown off a little bit by its texture, so they want to know it's cooked. So especially in an event like this, it's easier for us to control.
Okay,
so
let's get going. What do we do first?
So we're going to add the shrimp scallops.
Okay, I'll put this in here.
Okay.
Beautiful. How much for more? Let me know.
Yeah, we'll do enough for 2.
Okay.
And same amount of scallops.
All right, I'm going to take the bowl out of here and just move it in there, make it easier. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful scallops, too. Nice. All right, what's next?
Scallops. So we have some pico de gallo. So we got some red onion, cilantro, and tomatoes.
So would the tomato juice act as the acidity here?
Yeah, actually we use 3 acids, if you will. It's all
right.
Lemon juice, lime juice, tomato juice, and that's what's in this.
Okay,
here.
all right, good.
We add some cilantro, and there's black pepper in there.
Now, if somebody was to make this at home, Michael, how long would this sit for?
I'd say about 3 hours. Leave it in the fridge.
3 hours?
Yeah,
okay.
and you'll know. You just look, and when it's opaque and firm, it'll cook through.
And then what do we do next? What'd you add in there?
Yeah, a little cilantro.
You call these micro cilantro?
Yeah, micro cilantro we put on the top.
Oh, okay, beautiful. All right, now I want you to go ahead and finish it. Okay. This is your restaurant, so you finish it.
Yeah,
I get to taste it.
Like if you notice behind you, we're in the on the patio. So the one thing, this is great when it's 80 degrees outside, and it's the liquid's very, very cold, so it's refreshing at the same time.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Okay.
And then what are you going to finish it with?
We finished it with a little micro cilantro.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So beautiful. Now, what are we going to do next in the next segment?
Next segment, we're going to do some lobster quesadillas.
Lobster quesadillas.
Yeah, it's one of our biggest sellers, and it's a little take on the traditional quesadilla, and it's something.
You grab one.
Yeah.
You grab one. We'll try one, and we'll salute to U.S. Open. This guy lives here. I'm not kidding you. Started at 5 in the morning. You'll go to 5 tomorrow.
But yeah, well, hopefully not. But some days it's close.
All right, we'll be seeing you here all morning long. Lobster quesadilla, and thank you.
All right, thanks.
Beautiful. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Tony, thanks. Looks like so many sports are experiencing an upswing in high-paying clientele, and U.S. Open's catering to that.
Absolutely, and Tony's taking advantage.
He certainly is.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tony Tantillo, and today's Tony's Table Sunday Brunch. We're live outside here in the U.S. Open in Flushing, Queens, Mojito Restaurant, and later on this hour, we're going to make a wonderful quesadilla with lobster. It is incredible. Now, Sean, this is the first time I worked with this. Bring the boom down. This is cool. A boom mic. I like that. We'll be back.
Captures all the sights and sounds there, Tony. Hey, thanks. Looking forward to seeing your live report with all the tasty food you got going on. We'll see you in just a bit. Thanks, Tony. And Tony Tantillo is joining us live at the U.S. Open, where he's serving up some good stuff. Tony, what's going on?
That's right. We're going to be serving up some lobster quesadilla. That's going to be delicious. I tried some before. Ah, what a breakfast. Elise, a good day to do it inside? I think it's outside today.
I'm still really offended that you make lobster and shrimp when you're not here. We don't get lobster and shrimp, Tony. I'm a little offended. And I heard you were sipping on some champagne. If the forecast weren't so fabulous, I'd be even more mad. But
plus, Tony Tantillo doing some summer cooking at the U.S. Open. We'll check in with him, see what he has to show. Coming up. I'm going to check in now with Tony Tantillo.
He's live at the U.S. Open in Queens. Good morning, Tony.
Hey, Tony, are you aware that Elise has a bone to pick with you?
What happened?
What happened? She's looking for some,
We want lobster over here. here.
I'm not that far away. I'll get over there and bring you guys some lobster.
Never makes us lobster and shrimp
I
and
know.
scallops.
But when I get there, I cook in the morning sometimes there. When I'm out here, you know, I'm sorry, guys, but I got to come out once in a while. You know, I love being in the studio with my friends in there. Yes, here we are. We are in Flushing, Queens, and we're at the U.S. Open. And this is fun, especially at this restaurant called Mojito. Now, of course, there's hot dogs and hamburgers and French fries and the pizzas. But we're talking about some nice food over here. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Again, we did the wonderful ceviche earlier.
Right.
Now we're going to do a lobster quesadilla, which is one of the favorites here.
Yeah, it's one of our biggest sellers.
Okay.
It's let me just say too, it's truly an honor for me to be here and represent Levy Restaurants in this.
It's an honor for us having you here.
Yeah, thanks. So we're gonna make lobster quesadillas.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna put a little bit of cheese and then lobster cheese. So
All right.
we have a little bit of Chihuahua cheese.
Okay, we'll start with the cheese first?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, put that on there.
Okay. Cheese.
Beautiful. Now, cheese is like the binding ingredient, right?
Right.
It keeps the flour tortilla
Keeps it fine.
intact.
It gives it a lot of the flavor too.
All right, now we take the cheese. And you want to use a soft cheese that melts, right, Michael?
Right.
You don't want to
It's
use a
either
hard cheese, correct?
Like a Monterey Jack or a Pepper Jack or.
Now, describe what's in this lobster, what you
We
have
have
in here.
some stewed red onions.
Okay.
And then we fold
Brian,
them
the
into
pepper
the
mill's
lobster.
on the way. Hold on. Brian's in the pepper mill. Okay, go ahead. Say that one more time.
All right, so we have scallions, we have stewed
Okay.
red onions,
All right.
and lobster meat that's been poached and then diced.
Okay, beautiful.
So-
I'll put this back over
Yeah.
here.
Top of a little more cheese.
Okay, I'll get the cheese. Hold on a second. A little more cheese. Now, is it always good to put cheese in the bottom and the top?
I like to, just because when you melt both sides, it kind of oozes
Right.
over.
Here's
oozes
the
over
hard part
center.
now, the folding area. But you fold it up.
This is, yeah.
You fold it up.
Fold and then press it. You want to make sure it covers.
Now, a lot of times, too, I see them like do the ends like this. Is that necessary?
Well, I think it's maybe just to make sure that there isn't any cheese, because then
Okay.
once it melts, it's not going to kind of ooze out.
All right.
You know,
I
as
kind of
soon as it
like
gets
that,
in.
though. It's
Yeah.
kinda cool. All right, then on it goes.
Yeah.
Now, you have one on there right now, and how long, because everything is cooked, you just wait till the cheese melts and
Yeah.
tortilla turns, right?
Right, that's the main thing. If your filler's cooked,
All right.
you just got to make sure it's hot and the cheese melts.
Okay.
So it's really,
Let's bring that
it
out
shouldn't
here.
take more than 5 minutes.
And what's great about quesadillas, you can put just about anything in a tortilla to make it taste good. All right, here we go. Now with the cuts. You got to get those nice V's, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Now, the main thing about a nice quesadilla is the toppings.
Right.
What do you have for us?
We have pineapple mango salsa.
All right.
And with lobster, it's truly, for me, it's the best way to serve it. Mangoes and lobster are awesome.
So you want to get that balance. You want to get all those flavors
Yeah,
together.
you need a little acidity, you know, because with the cheese, you want to kind
Right.
of cut it. Otherwise, it's a little heavy. We actually add a little bit of just fresh lime juice.
Beautiful. And there's the salsa on there.
Yeah. Red onions, mangoes, pineapples, cilantro. We got lime juice.
And what's next?
And then we got the two sauces, and then we'll finish with, this is an ancho chili.
Can I do one
Yeah,
of them?
please.
I got to do one.
Okay.
All right, here we
It's
go.
ancho chili and then a sour cream. And we'll top it with some micro cilantro.
There we go. Michael Sunshine on top. Michael, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Great
get
for
to
having
enjoy
us
some
out here. And
times.
I got to say one thing. It's great to be out here. But I really like working with the boom mic. Bring that boom mic again now. Is that cool or what? My beef's coming out. There it is. There it is. One more time. Put it down. You hear it? You hear it?
Adding the technology.
Back to you guys. Again, Michael, thank you so
Tony,
much.
thanks.
Breakfast
Appreciate
time.
it.
Bye-bye.
Almost 9 o'clock. Time now to check in with CBS Sunday Morning. And Charles Oz, good to see what's coming up.
Good morning, Charles.